everybody, this is Erica here with Flosstube number 7. It is Sunday, July 17th, and I just wanted to say thank you to all of the returning subscribers and for those of you that have been watching my videos, and to anyone that is new. I hope you like what you see. This is a Flosstube or a station primarily about cross stitching. I just recently got back into it, although I've been stitching off and on since I was a very little girl. I have a lot to show. I only get about a video in once a month, so my videos tend to run kind of long, an hour, because I have so much to show. But we'll try to just speed this up along and get through everything. I hope everyone had a wonderful 4th of July and that you're enjoying the summer. It finally feels like summer here where I live. It's pretty hot and pretty humid, but that's okay. I always count down the days till fall. I love fall and winter, so summers are a little bit tough for me, which is sad. It's sad to count down your life, right? But let's get to it. So the first thing that I wanted to show you, I have a couple of full finishes that I want to show. And the first one is the Berry Patch. No, Berry Patch, or the Berry Patch by Hello from Liz Matthews. I did show the finished product, I don't know, a video or two ago. I didn't have it fully finished then, but this is the pattern. I did make a just one change actually. The border calls for this very dark brown, like in the crow. I think it's 3371 DMC, and I ended up using this dark brown gray in the bunny. The border was just too dark for me and I didn't like it. This is a very simple finish. I'm probably going to tear it out actually, and the reason for that is I was rushing and not paying attention. The pillow form that I used to stuff this is too big, and so when I did my little envelope finish, it doesn't fit. But I love this fabric, and I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but I kind of want to do a border all the way around with that fabric. So I probably will tear this out, which is no big deal, and add the border. And I will still do an envelope back. And if this pillow form fits, this is a 6-inch pillow. If it fits when I adjust it, I will make a new back so it looks much nicer. But I might need a 5-inch pillow. We'll see. So I'm still counting it as a finish though, even though I don't like it. I'm going to redo it. So I put that next to, it goes on a stand in my entryway, like a little cupboard that I have with, you know, everybody's hats and mittens and gloves or summer things. Everyone's got their own little bin. And I set it on this, which goes on top of the cupboard, and there's like a little lamp here. And these were things that I just had. These strawberries were a find. I've had them for a long time from somebody on Etsy, but you could probably make your own strawberries. I don't want to take the time to make them, so stuff like this I usually purchase. And the other reason I wanted to add a border around this is because the scale of the pillow next to this is off. The pillow should really be a little bit bigger, so I'll redo that. But I love having this out for the summer. It's one of my favorite patterns that I've stitched this year. It's really sweet. So that's one of my finishes. And my cats love to flick these strawberries off and bat them all around. So all the time I will find little strawberries around my house. They don't like destroy them. They just bat them for a couple of minutes and then they're done. But I don't know, kind of makes me laugh. The other finish that I wanted to show you is something that I stitched a long time ago. I was in college and I saw this pattern and I wanted to stitch it for my mom. This was probably the first pattern that I finished as an adult. You know, I had stitched a few things off and on when I was a little kid and a teenager. Nothing significant, nothing crazy. And then I decided, I lived down near Albany at the time when I was going to school, and Haley, honey, turn that down a little bit, okay? Sorry, my little one's in the kitchen. There was a local needlework shop there, and oh my god, I loved that store. I wish it was still there. And they had this pattern stitched and on the wall, and of course when you see the finished product you want to do it much more than if you just saw the pattern. I can't remember the exact title of the piece, but I know that you can still get it, and it was a lavender and lace pattern, and I want to say it was called like a Christmas wreath or Santa's wreath. And I stitched it for my mom, and she's had it for a very long time. I stitched this, it looks like Ada to me. I don't know, but I imagine it was Ada. That's all I really stitched on back then. And there's about 30 shades of white in this. Oh my gosh, it was fun to stitch, but white is tough. This is some kind of DMC, you know, Kryneck. It kind of blends into the fabric. I wished I had done something a little bit different, but I just did what the pattern called. And then my brother, one of my brothers, made this frame for my mom, and of course she puts it out every Christmas, so I thought I would share some of the older pieces. I don't have many pieces that I stitched. I either gave them away to people, or I don't know, a few years ago, I don't know, maybe like 8-9 years ago, I actually threw some out, sadly. So I just thought I would share that. I think this was probably the last thing I ever stitched on Ada, and then I started using linen or even weaves. And back then I never made working copies, so this pattern, like the Celtic Christmas pattern I showed that I finished a video or two ago, you know, I completely destroyed them because I didn't make working copies. But this one I know you can still get, and the Celtic Christmas by Lavender and Lace are also still available. Part of me would love to restitch this, but not do it on the Ada, maybe like on a little bit darker fabric, but I have so many things I want to stitch, I probably will never actually do it again. So those were my only finishes for this week. And I gotta fix that one. Kind of drives me nuts, the size of that pillow. And let's get right into whips. I have a lot. I can't stand it, but I just could not help myself. I know in the last video I had talked about doing the Halloween rules by Lizzie Kate. I think at that time I was just waiting on the fabric to come in, and it did come in. It was either that afternoon or the next day. So I started that and I got quite a bit of progress done. This is the full pattern. Oh, sorry for the glare. So you buy each one of these patterns are from 123stitch.com, and there's 6 of them, so 12 total. And then the border is a free pattern on LizzieKate.com. And I am pretty aggressive with stitching this. It's a priority piece for me. I really want to get it done and fully finished so I can put it out for the holiday season. I'm going to fold my fabric in half and so I can show it. So this is how, I do have more of a border up here. I just, or more fabric, I just folded it over. So this is how far I've been able to get. I love stitching this. It's so much fun. Haley, my little one, you met her in the last video, has memorized all the rules, and she can't read, she's only 4, but she recognizes the pictures and she knows what the rules are. So she's very excited as I'm stitching this to see what the next rule is. I am using all of the called for over-dyed threads. You can use DMC, but I don't know, I had quite a few of the over-dyed, so I just decided to use it. I am stitching this on 32 count vintage country mocha. I'd actually bought this for a different pattern, and I was going to use a mustard yellow for the Halloween rolls, and I did not like it for this, so, but I love the vintage mocha for the Halloween rolls. And it'll be quite long, but that's okay. And for those of you who are thinking about stitching this, I am doing 2 over 2 on 32, which I said before I don't like, but I think I've kind of changed my mind. I really prefer the fuller coverage for this. But this is Blackbird, this dark brownish black color from Classic Colorworks, is it? Let me see. Yeah, Classic Colorworks. My threads are a mess. These are the colors. And I only bought one skein of it, but I am almost out. I had to order more, so you need at least 2, maybe 3 to get through all of the border and the patterns. The only other thing I did different was this dog was a color that was blended in with this fabric, and I didn't like it. You couldn't see it. So I ripped it out, fragged it out, and I ended up doing a dark brown, which I thought would look nice, and it didn't. Haley told me I made a bad choice, so she was right. So I ended up doing DMC, let me see. I did DMC 822. It's just something that I had in my stash. And I think it looks okay. Sorry, I've got a little frog in my throat today. I don't know why. I love how it has these little embellishments. There's some buttons that come in each package. So each little vignette will have some kind of embellishment. Oh, this door also was in that color. I think it's whiskey. That's very similar to the fabric. I ended up using corn husk here. I like that little bit of neon yellow for the door. So that was the only other change that I made. And if I run into other areas where I have to use this color, I probably will substitute out just because it blends in, you can't see it. And these buttons, like I said, they come with the package. The very first one that I tried to do, I hooked it on my needle and it went flying, and they're so tiny. I was in my living room, I tore the couch apart, I couldn't find it. So I ended up ordering more buttons that look like this from Just Another Button Company. And I ordered the 3mm size, and they're a little bit too small. It probably would still be okay, but it bothers me because it doesn't go with the rest of the buttons. So I ordered 4mm ones, and they are not in yet, but I'm hoping it's the right size. And if they are, I will let you guys know in my next videos that if you ever stitch this and you want to have some of those extra black buttons on hand, because quite a few of the patterns call for 1 or 2 of those buttons. That way you don't make the same mistake I did or use the wrong size. Or maybe it wouldn't bother you, but I don't know, bothers me. And then I had purchased this bag. I've talked about Pam's Needle and Threads on Etsy, and I love her bags. They're a square shape and they're just beautifully made. So I have many, many of her bags, and I purchased this one. It's still available as of a couple days ago. That fabric, so adorable. And then this is the back. It's quilted, and I love them. So I keep that project in here. Now this is a priority piece for me. Like I said, I'm going to, you all know I don't stitch all that fast, so, but this is a focus piece for me. I want to get this done and ready to go so I can have it up for the holidays, especially while my children are young. But I got to be honest, even when the kids are out of the house, I'm still going to hang this up because it's adorable and so fun to stitch. Each one of these, like one little area, I can generally get done in just one day of stitching. I don't sit down and do it all at once. It's kind of periodic throughout the day, but it does go pretty fast. And even the border, I do the border as I stitch the section because I don't want to do, you know, the whole border all at the end. That would be too tedious. So I will be working on this a little bit more today, actually. My next whip was one that I have had, I showed on my first video and a couple times, maybe once or twice since then. It's called the Pumpkin Gardener. Oops, let me put this little button away. It came off of something. The Pumpkin Gardener by Mama Witch X Stitch. I love it. It's adorable. So this is my second focus piece. I really want to get these 2 done by Halloween. I have other Halloween pieces I've started. I don't know that I will get them all done, but these 2 I definitely want to get done. And I am stitching this on 32 count dark storm cloud. oh, I lied, 28 count from To Dye For Fabrics. And I am using a bag that I purchased over a year ago. I have this fabric actually. I probably could have made my own, but I forget who the bag maker is, but I love it. So sweet. I really need to figure out what I'm going to do with that fabric for myself because it's just so sweet. But this is where I am at with this. That needle minder is from Flamingo Toes. I've had it for a long time. And when I last showed this, I was only about a quarter of the way done. I am almost 50%. I have just a couple little leaves that would put me at 50%, so close enough, I guess. And my goal is to have another week or two to finish this and a week or two to finish this and then be done with this one. But I love it. It's so cute. Very whimsical. Fun to stitch. I'm not gonna lie though, this face, I had a working copy and I had to take a little pencil and go through the section or the line or a couple of rows of stitches that I did because I was getting so confused. You would, I mean, it looks pretty simple, but I don't know, my mind I guess just wasn't working that day. So I always make a working copy now, so no big deal if I have to mark up the pattern. So that's a focus piece for me. Maybe I'll have that finished by the next time I can do a video. And when I purchased that pattern, Pumpkin Gardener, I also purchased, let me find it in my pile here. Maybe I don't have it here. Oh, I do. I had also purchased by Mama Witch X Stitch this pattern called Wicked Siblings, which is really cute too. I will be stitching this when I finish that one. I will start this one and I'm going to stitch it on the same fabric. I was hoping to have like two side-by-side framed pieces to put up, I think. But if anyone likes her patterns, I believe I found those on Etsy. I'll try to list the link below if I can get it to work right. But I was really excited because a few days ago, I have a Facebook account, not for stitching, but just a personal one. I don't like Facebook. I hardly ever go on it, but there are a few things that I have to go on for, like making my haircut appointments and notifications from some different groups my children are in, like Girl Scouts and stuff. But anywho, there happened to be a notification from Mama Witch X Stitch on Facebook, and she released a freebie pattern, and she provided the link, and then it's so easy, you just click on it and then you can download it and save it, and it's called Pumpkin Season. I can't believe that this is a freebie. I'm so grateful because I just love her. You should check out her site. She has got some really great, like I said, really whimsical. They're a little bit different. I love them patterns. But I love the pumpkins with the little witch's hat on them and the ghosts flying behind. So I don't think I will get to start this one this year, but I'm really grateful that this was a freebie. So if anyone is interested, you have Facebook, look up her group. I think you have to follow or friend the group, and then you'll have access to these. So if anyone's interested, really cute. Let's see, my next whip is, I don't know, is this a whip or a start? You tell me. This is Christmas Wreath by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I showed this in my very first video. It was a sale towards the end of last year. I was not part of the sale. Actually, I didn't even know about it until it was like almost over. But I love the pattern. And the pattern, I believe, is still available for purchase. So I started it, in one of my other videos, you'll see I started it and I screwed up. I was doing 2 over 2, which is, I think, what it called for. But I screwed up the count, and then I decided I didn't like the 2 over 2. So I started it a second time. And I got this far, and I decided the other day that I did not like the bow coverage with 1/1. I don't know, it really bothers me. So I'm starting over. I cannot even believe that I'm starting something over for a third time. But I am. And so I decided my only Jolly July piece is going to be this pattern because I really want to get it done. And I'm stitching it on 32 count Mint Splash Lugana. This was a needle minder that my sister-in-law gave me for Christmas. I believe it was from Mad for Minders, but this is 2/2. I restarted it. I only worked on it a little bit, and this is how far I've been able to get. This will be more of a focus piece for me once some of these Halloween ones are done, because I do want to have this done for Christmas if I can. And I just like, I don't know, I know in my videos I kept saying I don't like 2/2 on 32, but I think I'm a convert. I do like it. So that may just be the way it is going forward. It's all DMC flosses. They're a mess, I know, but very colorful. I love the pattern, so I will work on that. But it counts, I don't know, do I count that as a start, as a whip? What is it? And then I ordered, oh, I wanted to show you guys this. Oh, here it is. I've also talked before about how, you know, my DMC threads, they're kind of a mess. I tried unraveling them to put them on pretty thread drops. It was a nightmare. I couldn't do it right. And then Bernadette, I think her name was Bernadette, in my last video talked about this stick thing that you used to wind your thread, and it's ingenious. I don't know why I didn't think of something like this myself. So I looked it up and I found them, but they were like $20 a piece, which is kind of crazy, plus shipping. And I didn't want to spend that. So I showed it to my husband and he made one for me. It's just, I believe it's 10 inches from here to here. And I literally put one end of my DMC here and I wrap it around and around. And then when it's done, I snip it up here and then I can thread it through a thread drop, and it makes it so much easier. And I'll show them in another whip that I have some thread drops that I made. But if anyone is handy, or you know, you could use a ruler. It was so much easier using this than just trying to, like some of the videos I've seen, they just stretch them out and they're very coordinated. I'm not. So long story short, the reason for that was because I decided I want pretty thread drops now, and I wanted some fancy rings to put them on. So sorry for the glare, ordered this. It's adorable. I love that little vintagey Santa. And this was from Sophia Violet Design. I ordered a Halloween one too, which I'll show you. And this is beautiful, but I have to tell you, when I saw it, I'm like, you know what, I could make this. So of course I pulled up a YouTube video. I think it was from, I don't know who it was actually, but you can get this ring and this, they call them cabochons, on Amazon. They're not terribly expensive. You get a bunch of them, so you could make several. And then I watched a video how you make this. It's literally a picture and some glue. And then of course you can add the little decorative pieces. And I certainly could make them my own for not a lot of time and a lot less money. But this is cute. So I think when I have some extra time, I'm gonna make some thread drops for this piece, the Christmas wreath, and then add this. So maybe I'll have that done for next time. So that's a whip that I'm working on. Sadly, I probably will not frog all this out. Oof. I hate to waste the fabric, but I don't know. Do you think it would ruin the fabric, frogging that much out? I don't know. I do have another piece of this, but still, you spend good money on fabric, you hate to waste it. So let me know, what do you think? If I frog it out, would it ruin it? That's a lot to frog. I don't know if I want to spend all my time frogging that out. Okay, my next whip, I showed this in the last video. This is from the Little Stitcher, Little Witch School. So cute. I decided to start stitching this one. I didn't get too far, and then I got sidetracked, of course. So don't we all? But I did the brooms, and I started stitching the Little Witch. Where am I? Oh. This is showing up kind of, oh, that's a better. This is that honey mustard Lugana 32 count, of course, that I was talking about. I had ordered. My plan was to use this for Halloween rules, but I did change my mind, and I do like it for this. So I don't know, maybe I'll get this one done. It's fun. I kind of just stitch this in the car if I'm waiting for the kids for something. But now that summer's out, I don't have to wait as much in the car like you do for sports, so I'm not getting as much done as I would have like during the school year. But it's really cute. And this is just a, you know, it's not dyed or coffee tea stained or anything like that. It's just a mustard yellow Lugana. But I like it. I like it for some of these fall pieces. And that just uses DMC threads, nothing crazy. She has a lot of really great patterns I talked about before on her Etsy shop. Adorable. There's a lot of them that I would love to stitch. This was also a new start. I have not stitched anything by this. Oh, this is my copy, so forgive me. It might not be as good of a quality. By this particular designer, the Drawn Thread, but I love this. It's called the Pastoral, and it's the sampler that I'm going to do. And I ordered the Dinky dies. I have never stitched with Dinky dies. Pardon the mess, because, you know, I have a problem keeping my threads neat and organized. But that's going to change. I'm going to make it change. These were the Dinky dies and this Oatmeal by Gentle Arts that it called for. Really pretty colors. They feel really nice and soft. Now the only silk threads I've ever stitched with were from Classic Colorworks when I did that Sea to Shining Sea pattern, and I loved those. They stitched up beautifully. And I started to stitch this, and I don't know if I love it. I don't know if I love these silk ones. I have a very small start, and then I stopped because of the silk thread. I think this is just like a 32 count natural even weave. I don't have it written down, so I apologize. So I wasn't sure. I love the pattern. I wasn't sure I loved stitching with the Dinky dies, so then I went and bought the over dyes for it, which are also really pretty. Really pretty against this fabric. But then I kind of petered out because, I don't know, maybe I do want to stitch it with the silk threads. I need some help. I can't make up my mind. I don't know what to do. So somebody tell me, silk threads or over dyed? But I have a lot of pieces that I'm working on that are for, they're seasonal or they're for a specific holiday. And I really want some pieces that I can leave out, you know, most of the year. And I loved this one, so I thought this would be a nice one to do. I started it and then I got stuck. So I don't know. Oh my God, I'm already at a half an hour. I've got so much more to show you. I showed this at my last video, Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. A lot of people have stitched this, are stitching it. I had debated for a long time. I didn't want to do one whole piece. I decided to make different little pillows, and I have a little thing that I'm going to put them in. This is not something I'm going to have done this year. I'm just going to work on it as the mood hits me. But I did start this middle one. This is a working copy, so the colors might be a little bit off. I am stitching it on 32 count Murky. And, ooh, where is it? Just a little bit done. The fire. That's really sweet. I don't know if I'll get that one done this year. But what I wanted to show you is that I watched a video from 911 Stitcher, and she showed how to make these really cute floss drops. I just had some patterned Halloween paper from back when I did my, actually I had everything that I needed. I had the hole punches and I had the paper. It's two-sided. I use like cardstock for the back and different cardstock for the front. But I just love these patterns. Oh my God, it just makes me so much happier to have my floss neat. These are all the colors just for that one pattern there. And this was the other, what do you call these? These fancy things. I also ordered this one from Sophia Violet Designs. But I'm gonna start making my own. Even though these are beautiful, she did a beautiful job. But it's so much fun. I'm kind of addicted now. I don't even know who I am anymore. I said I wasn't gonna stitch 2 on 2, 2 over 2 on 32, and that I didn't like my thread all like this, and then I don't know what happened. Changed my mind, I guess. So that was a new start and a whip. I only worked on it one day. I didn't get a lot of time. Then the other Halloween piece, I saw this, I couldn't resist. I should have resisted, but I didn't. Is this Mill Hill Buttons and Beads Autumn Series Kit. It's called Midnight Farm. Let me take it out so it's not so annoying to look at on camera. I love it. Oh, that's a little button. These are all beads, beads over here, beads along the roof and the walkway. And they're not terribly expensive. They're supposed to be stitched on perforated paper. I've never done that. I know a lot of people stitch these. They make them into ornaments. They put like felt on the back. I decided that I wanted to stitch mine on fabric because I think I want to frame it. Or maybe turn it into a little pillow. And I don't think I could do that on the perforated paper. It wouldn't look right. So I just have a little start. That's the roof of the barn. This is 32 count charcoal Lugana. And it comes with all of the thread. It's not separated, but it's very easy to figure out what is what, at least for this pattern. I don't always like that when you have to separate your own threads, but for this pattern it was okay. And I do like that they include the DMC number. Not all the kits do that. So if you run out, you know what color you need to get. These were little thread drops that were gifted in an Etsy purchase, and I just kind of hung on to them. These are all the colors. So super cute. And it comes with the beads and the little button. There's the little ghost button. And the beads, I mean, this is gonna be something to try and organize these colors. It even comes with a little, a needle in here. I don't know, there's 2 needles. I wonder if one is maybe a stitching needle, and this little one looks like maybe a beading needle. Oh, sorry, can't even see them, but there's a couple needles in there, and then the beads. So you literally have every single thing that you need to make this project if you wanted to stitch it on the paper. And each one, I think I purchased this for maybe $14, $15. It was not a lot of money. Of course, I had fabric separate, so that was a little bit of an added cost. But I love it. I love it. I really want to try to get this one done too. And there is one that came out for this year that has a little yellow lab, and he's got a little winter hat on, and he's got like skis or something nearby him. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And my husband loves labs. If he wasn't married and didn't have kids, he would be that crazy person that has like 8 labs. And he loves chocolate or the black labs. So I would like to get it and see if I could somehow make that yellow lab a chocolate lab. He did have a yellow lab when we were dating. Her name was Sadie. Oh, she was such a sweet dog. She died. We had to put her down shortly after we were married. She was quite old. So maybe I'll keep it yellow and it'll just be like Sadie. But I want to get that and make that for him for Christmas. So if anyone likes these kits, I love that it comes with everything that you need. I love beading. Beading is not a chore for me. It's one of my favorite things to do in patterns, actually, to add embellishments and beading. So there's that. Then this is not Halloween related, but I saw this. I thought it was adorable. I wanted it and I ordered it. Oops, let me put this thread back so I don't confuse it with something else and then wonder where my thread is when I go to work on it. This is by the Bay Needle Art. It's called New England Winter. This reminds me very much of where I live with the horse-drawn sleigh. We have Amish near us. They go by our house every day, a couple times a day, in the morning and in the evening with their buggy, and we love it. The girls always run out to see the horses, and we wave, and they live right around the corner from us. They're very nice. But I saw this, and I wanted to stitch it. Again, you know, I just picked this up. I'll do a little motif, you know, maybe a house or a tree. I don't sit and stitch on it for hours because I'm really trying to focus on those other pieces, but I wanted to start it. And I am stitching it on 32 count Murano Lugana in blue gray.
My mouth is spicy from the chicken I ate.
Okay, well why don't you get another, you can get a Capri water out, okay? All right. Sorry, Haley, her chicken was a little spicy. So this is my little start. I did just one little house in the tree. So cute. Oh, that looks too purple. I don't know how to get the fabric to show the right color. It is blue, more blue than purple. I love the modeling. Yeah, it's too purple. I think this is pretty close to how it is in person. This just uses DMC colors. Of course, I don't have these on pretty thread drops, but these are the colors. This one here, this is DMC 159, is pretty close to the color of the fabric. I think it's going to blend in depending on where it is in the pattern. I may have to sub this out for something a shade or two darker. I don't know. I'll see when I get there. By the Bay Needle Art has a lot of really great patterns. There was another one. It was a set of 3 that you could do, and it created a whole scene. It was beautiful. It's on my radar. I didn't purchase it though. We'll see. I have so much I want to stitch. I need to slow my roll here and focus on what I already have. So that was another new start for this month. Can't stand it. I've got to get some of my other ones finished. But you know, you see them and you get so excited you want to do it. And then this was a new haul. I had stitched this video on yesterday morning. Oh gosh, it was horrible. Way too many distractions. I'm like, I cannot post this. It's awful. So I had to wait until today. And in the meantime, I took my new haul and it turned into a whip. So it's Bobby G Designs, Halloween Season of the Witches. That is stitched all in 310, DMC 310. And my mom I have been doing a Halloween village for years, the Department 56 village. My mom does the same village, but she does the witch houses, and her whole dining room was all witch themed. So I bought this to make for me, and then I was showing my mom, and she goes, I want that. So now I have to stitch it twice, which I will. So I started this because I want to get hers done this year before the season so she can have it. I doubt I will get mine done, but that's okay. So I started that. And I'm stitching it on 32 count cauldron Lugana. This is from Floss and Fabric. And that is, oops, I'm going to fold, well, I guess I can show you. This is cauldron. I love the colors in it. Love, love, love. It's like this blue gray with those little bits of brown. And then that's my very little start. This is the cauldron, actually. So it's just 3 rows. My plan is to do 1 piece a week. So that would put me at 6 weeks, which would put me towards the end of August, early September to get this done for her. And I think I can do that. I might not clean my house, but this will get done. So, just kidding. So, oh, I'm showing the pattern. Holy Moses, sorry. This is what I meant to show. I don't know if I can edit that out. Oh God. So, anyways, I think I can get that done. So that was new. Let me show some of my new haul. I forgot to show this. Hi, honey. You can pull that chair over. Let me put that up here. I guess Haley's gonna come say hello. I forgot to show this in my last video. This was a purchase that I made. I was extremely fortunate to be able to get this from on Instagram. Her handle is at christine.a.sherman and at _sage_sundry, the Sage Sundry. Oh, honey, here. I'll scooch over so you can get in. They can only see your eyeball. It's the Ashley stitch case. This was her patriotic one. And it is, I cannot even begin to explain how meticulously well crafted this is. It is beautiful. And I meant to show this in the last video, and you know, I always have a lot of haul. I had put it away for safekeeping, and I didn't remember until after the video was over. This is their card. There's also a website, windingrainbows.com. So careful with that, love. And this is what the inside looks like. This pattern does not come with it. This was my own. It's artfulgatherings.com. I've shown that before, but this is the first piece I'm going to start stitching when it comes time to do some more patriotic stitching. And then this little needle minder. Watch out, honey. This little needle minder is also from Mad for Minders. But
and
there's...
these are where mommy stitch.
Yep, those are stitch hoops.
Mm-hmm.
There's
and guess why these are like this? Why are they like this?
Well, because mommy likes the more square shape. These are, well, that's only one piece. I've shown these before. I think these are the Edmonds hoops. They're the 8-inch kind of square. And I like it because it gives a little bit more surface area. So I have a couple of those that I love. Oh, thank you. You are a good helper. Has a pocket, vinyl front pocket. There's a pocket here behind, a pocket up here.
And we're doing the Halloween rolls.
Halloween rolls. You love that one, I know.
Mm-hmm.
A pocket here, some felt for your loose threads, and then 2 pockets here, one of which is vinyl. Beautifully made. They are worth, oh, thank you. Hold on, honey. They are worth every single penny. Now, I know she had some setbacks. I hope Christine is doing better. She had some injuries and things that set her back from having more of these cases available to purchase. I went on right at, I think it was 8 o'clock at night, and I had add to cart, and I went to pay for it, and I think by 8:02 I had completed my purchase, I went back in and they were sold out. Hold on, love. I'll let you hold that and I'll tell you when to hold it up, okay? It'll be a minute. So I don't know how many she had available. Like I said, I was extremely fortunate. But the good news is that for those of you that can sew and are talented, they have this Ashley Stitch Case PDF and the other style case that they make available for purchase on the website, windingrainbows.com. And they are even offering fabric kits, really adorable patterns. So you can buy the fabric.
Do you like my new water bottle?
You got to get their, they don't know what your water bottle looks like, honey.
It's a mermaid one, a sea one. It's a mermaid.
I'm sure they love it. They have fabric kits available, so if you are sewing inclined, you can go on the website and see what's available to purchase. I love this. I haven't really used it yet because
I have a kitty shop.
I'm waiting to start this patriotic piece, but I love it. I'm very grateful that I was able to get it.
I have a kitty shop and a little bow.
All right, lovey, let's show them.
And I have these pants.
Yeah, she grew out of all her summer clothes. I had to buy her a couple new outfits. This was a new haul.
And when I wear my shorts, my black cats keep popping out.
Oh. I call them her little biscuits. Her little biscuits. Her shorts are too short and we could see her little biscuits. That's what she's talking about.
So that's why we got new ones.
Yes, honey, you need to sit. Let me get through this. This is going to take us forever, okay? Thank you for helping, but let mommy talk through it. So I ordered Satsuma Street, 12 Days of Christmas. You can stitch it all as one piece, but I would like to do these as ornaments. Careful, lovey.
Yeah, I get
There, a little better. I love how bright and colorful they are. I do a very colorful kids tree, which I will show this year, and these would be adorable on it. I will not get all 12 of them done, but I might be able to get a couple done this year. We'll see.
Okay, if you know this is two.
So that was a new purchase.
If this is two, give your thumbs up. If this is one, give your thumbs down.
Are you asking them to rate those, how much they like them? Then, because I'm a little bit addicted to the drawn thread, I also ordered this pattern, Trick or Treat. I don't think I will start this or have it done by the season. I just love everything about it. The cat, the pumpkins, the ghost, the moon, the crow. It checks all the boxes. And these little scarecrows, no, scarecrows, what am I saying? Skeletons. I want to stitch.
We made dream catchers.
Yeah, we did make dream catchers. That was a fun project.
Mama gave me all the flowers.
You're so cute, but let mommy talk, okay? Why don't you go find your dream catcher and we'll show them the one you made. It might be on the stairs to take upstairs. I was thinking of stitching these maybe in some glow in the dark thread. I don't know. The kids would get a kick out of it, but you know, my kids won't be kids forever, so I don't know. So that was a new pattern. I've only bought one of these magazines before. I know a lot of people get them. And I don't do punch needle. I think it's pretty. I would rather stitch. But so far, every book that I've had, there's been a pattern in there from, what's it called? Priscilla Blaine, you know, with Priscilla and Chelsea. I thought it was hands-on design, but maybe it's just her own pattern. Oh, your new shoes, yes.
And I got other ones that are super glittery.
That are super glittery.
And Phil got those shoes.
Yeah. Oh,
And they did me
I can't
watch.
find it. So, page 11. I will not show the pattern this time, but I will show you the picture.
Always put your shoes on the whiteboard.
Yes, because otherwise it hurts your feet. So, I know a lot of people love stitching their stuff. I have not stitched anything of theirs, but I do like their patterns. So, this was really cute. And there's a ton of other really good ones in there. So, if people, hey, you be careful. If I just love it. It's like $10 for the book, and you get a ton. Oh, honey, be careful. You get a, okay, babe. Holy Moses, I'm sorry. This is how it's going to be for the summer when the kids are home, and I apologize for the next few videos. There's quite a few patterns in here that are wonderful. The other pattern that I purchased was also by the Drawn Thread, Autumn. I'm trying to get it without the glare so I don't have to take it out. Honey, you make me nervous climbing on this chair. Maybe I should put your hinder on the seat. No? Okay. Autumn, Simply Autumn. Love this. I am planning on starting this. I would actually want to get this one done before I got the Bobby G Witch done for myself.
This is how you put your shoes. This is how I put my shoes on.
Very good. And these are the called for over dies. There's 6 of them.
Put the glitter glue and then stick it on. Same as the
Really
other
pretty. I love these green colors for fall and that terracotta and yellow. Oh, just love it so much. And I will be stitching this on, yeah, baby, wait till mommy helps you. 32 count vintage country mocha. I think this is like the perfect fall colored background, and I can leave this pattern up through Thanksgiving. So I'm excited to start working on this one. Why are you torturing yourself putting your shoes on right now? We don't wear shoes in the house, honey. Okay, couple more. Am I driving you guys crazy? I apologize. Everyone is, well, not everyone, a lot of people have purchased this, Live on Little by the Plum Street Samplers. I saw this months ago on somebody's Instagram saying that it was coming out. I want this for my bathroom, my half bathroom downstairs. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about putting cross-stitch patterns in bathrooms. I don't think I would put one where we shower and there's a lot of moisture, but in the half bathroom, it would be fine. There's a wall that's away from the sink. It would never, you know, we'd have to have a flood, which would be catastrophic if it reached it that high for it to get ruined. So I'm okay with putting it in the downstairs bath. These are the DMCs. There's a few overdyes. And I am stitching it on, I was waiting for this fabric to come in. It's called Bramble, 32 count Lugana from Floss and Fabrics. I love this store for purchasing fabric. It's one of my go-to places. Oh, those look cute. Yes, they are beautiful. I love them. I love the polka dots.
I love these ones.
I know you like the sparkle ones. 32 count Bramble. I bought quite a big piece. I will not need this for, that's pretty true to form right there. It's a kind of a pale gray, very modeled. And
Dun, 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 dun. Usually I just wear my shoes on my hands.
I think a lot of kids wear their shoes on their hands. So this is another one that I will stitch. I will leave up year round. So I am eager to get that started, but
Now I have shoes.
I really have to have a finish before I can start one more new project. So I'm going to be stitching my butt off trying to get some of these other things done. Peanut, if you fall, you're going to break Mama's heart if you fall and crack your head open like an egg. No, stop. That is rude. Say sorry. You don't stick your tongue out, even if you can't see people. Lord, give me grace. There are people on the other side of this. We do not stick our tongue. You don't ever stick your tongue out. That's not nice. Okay?
Papa sticks his tongue out me.
Well, that's because Papa teases you, but that's not nice either.
He doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't tease me.
So the other thing I wanted to show you, now Thanksgiving is a short decorating season for us. I decorate a lot for Halloween, and of course I decorate for Christmas. I do not leave Thanksgiving out. I do include it. I know some people go right from fall into Christmas, but I like to honor the holiday. And I started watching Cornhusker State Stitchers on Flosstube. I am a little bit addicted. Terry and Jamie, it's a mother-daughter duo. They are hysterical. I laugh so much watching them. And I hope someday I'll have a daughter that maybe doesn't want to show off her shoes, and we'll talk about stitching together. But anyways, I started from the very beginning, and I'm going in order. But Terry stitched this. It's a Bent Creek row. Let Us Be Thankful. I would love to have this one done. You know, letters go so quickly, so I think I could do this. I would like to have that done this season, but I am going way outside my comfort zone, and I want to change up the colors. These are over-dyed threads, I think it calls for. Looks like Gentle Arts and Weeks Dye Works. But I purchased these Valdani threads. It's for the Autumn Quakers Rosewood Manor pattern. I don't have that pattern. I don't have an interest in stitching it, but I loved these colors. I just want something rich and vibrant. I don't know, I'm gonna try it. I'm a little nervous. You know, I'm not brave, I'm not good at switching up colors, but I'm gonna try. And one of the things
we go in the pool when it's super cold.
Yeah, our pool is not warmed up this year, and
It is.
yeah, it's nice now because it's been so hot.
It's warm.
Okay, babe, let me talk. I'm almost done. I want to take these leaves here, and I want to do a different green for this vine. And then I think I want to take this Valdani thread. It's called Copper Leaf. It's very variegated. And use that for the leaves. And then maybe like this color green for that vine. So I think I'll keep the Let Us Be Thankful colors as they're called for, or maybe do a little bit darker. And then use these for the leaves. Oops. And then use some of these more vibrant colors, like the red and the orange and the brown for the, maybe this brown, maybe this one, for the turkeys. I don't know. Let me know what you think. The problem is, for me, I stitch so slowly that if I don't like it and I have to start over, I feel, you know, it's just a little discouraging. I think that's why I don't change colors. But I love that pattern. And if you've never watched them, I mean, I can't imagine anyone hasn't watched them. They are so funny. And I just like them. So I've been binge watching them. And then the last thing I wanted to show you, because we're getting close.
To turn on the computer, you just hit this button.
Yes, you hit that button. But you had your computer time, so it is time to go play. I'll play something.
Yeah.
We'll go swimming a little later.
Want to press anything, just do that.
Yep. You are a very good person to give tutorials. Thank you for sharing. So I've had a couple, now when I was stitching before when I was younger, like I said, it was very sporadic. It was not consistent like I do now. But I used to buy Michael's, the craft store, always had these really nice like Mill Hill books and different embroidery books, and I used to buy them. And a lot of them I gave away. I moved so many times when I was younger that I got annoyed lugging all this stuff around. So I donated some, I got rid of some. But I kept a couple. One is like all snowman, which I still want to stitch a pattern or two out of there. The other one was this. I don't know, maybe I got this at Michael's. I don't know. It's Mill Hill Autumn Gatherings. It's an old copy. You can see it's all bent out. I've never stitched anything out of it, but I want to stitch this. These pilgrims and the Indians for Thanksgiving. I will not get this done this year, but I am definitely going to start it. And I purchased all of the DMC threads yesterday, actually, or a couple days ago when we were out school shopping. I got them all from Michael's. There's quite a few. Whoops, some beads. But I love the colors. Really pretty. And I will be stitching this on, I think it's called Wren. 32 count Wren Lugana, also from Floss and Fabric. It's similar to Vintage Country Mocha, but I think it's a little bit more, it's got more green tinge to it. And I'm okay with that. I like that. Clearly Lugana is my fabric of choice. And like I said, I think I'm a convert. I think for 32 count going forward, I will be stitching 2 over 2. I don't know what happened to me. I don't even know who I am as a stitcher anymore. And there is one of the reasons I love that pattern, and I'm so thankful I didn't get rid of that, is because look at all these beads. There is a ton of beading. And it's not just the little Mill Hill beads. There's a few of these, but there's different things like these hearts and these little leaves. There's a pumpkin in there. Oh, here's the pumpkin. I don't know. Like I said, anything that has beading, I love it. So I do want to hopefully get the Let Us Be Thankful pattern done for Thanksgiving. And I do want to start this, even though I know I won't get it done this year. But I'm going to start it, and maybe by next year we'll get it done. Phew, 1 hour and 35 seconds. I know my videos are so long. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've still stuck around this long. Thank you for being so patient with my little one. She loves sharing whatever strikes her fancy for that day. So thank you for your patience with her too. I do appreciate it. And someday I hope that she and I will be doing these videos together all about cross stitch, and maybe not the wardrobe for the day, or the water bottle, or the glittery shoes, whatever it may be. So anyways, I hope everyone is enjoying their summer. Stay safe, and happy stitching. I will be back in a few weeks. Thank you.